Hey, what's going on, folks? Hope you guys are doing great today. This is Chris from Relatable Trading coming to you live with another video. Just kidding, it's not live, it's pre-recorded. So what we're going to talk about in today's video is a few words that I got from another trader that goes by the name of Pax. So check out the Pax group on YouTube. There's a lot of really interesting videos that he recorded. He's an experienced trader, and how I know that is by just listening to how he speaks in his videos. So he has some very interesting content related to trading the opening range. So definitely check out his content in that regard. One thing that Pax says is, he says 4 words. Number 1, confident. Number 2, carefree. Number 3, fearless. Number 4, focused. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I interpret each of these 4 words right here and how they relate to my own trading. So if you enjoyed this content, guys, smash like on the video because it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get it. So the first one is confident. What does it mean to be confident when you're trading? For that matter, why is it important to be confident when you're doing anything? Let's first find the definition of the word confident. Feeling or showing confidence in oneself. So you're sure of it. You show up and you know what you're doing. You know what to expect. You're confident that what you're doing is something that is likely going to be making you money today in the market. Confidence means you're feeling sure of yourself and your abilities. Not in an arrogant way, but in a realistic, secure way. It's a quiet inner knowledge that you're capable. Confidence is a huge thing when it comes to any kind of professional or competitive activity. And if you do a little bit of reading about the hormones that exist in your body, what I've been able to discover is that generally speaking, when your testosterone levels are higher, you are more confident in whatever you're doing. And the opposite of that would be when your cortisol levels are higher. Cortisol is the stress hormone in your body. And what happens when you take a loss or when you feel pain of any kind is your cortisol level goes higher. So in a way, you lose confidence because you're feeling pain. When you get punched in the face and you weren't expecting it, aka you got blindsided, do you normally get right back up off your feet? So the average person, I would say, doesn't, because they were not expecting to get punched in the face. Whereas the guy who enters a boxing ring, he knows what he's getting into, right? He's confident and he's aware of the fact that he's likely to get punched in the face at least one time during his boxing match. So him getting punched in the face is not going to surprise him. So he's not going to flinch if he gets punched in the face. However, if he gets punched in the face a few too many times, at that point he might start to have trouble getting back up. The same applies with trading. So this is why when traders take a lot of losses or when they lose money consistently, in a way it's like this endless cycle of death. And I definitely think that if you're trading and you're not doing well, you should stop trading. Try to figure out what it is you're doing wrong or what it is you could be doing to improve your trading. Having confidence is essential for trading. There's one trader that goes by the name of Kevin Talk, Trading et Analyse. He's a French trader, and follow him on Twitter. He always hashtags Hulk mode, as if he's confident, right? He's approaching the market and he's ready to take on what the market is giving him, right? He's confident in that regard. A trader needs to have that confidence in his method so that when it comes time to putting on the trade, he's not hesitating to put on the trade or not, because he has enough confidence to pull the trigger every single time his trade is there. And again, this is a very hard thing for a new trader, because a new trader might not be 100% sure of their trading method yet. And when you're not 100% sure, you don't know the difference between a 70% good setup and a 90% good setup. You don't know what factors contribute to your setup having a higher probability of working versus not. You see what I'm saying? So more experience in the market is going to give you this confidence that you're looking for, because you're going to have experience playing on multiple playing fields or multiple types of trading days. Okay? So confidence in the market will come in time, and also it's something that needs to be maintained, and it also ties in to your everyday activities. I'll give you a personal example. I noticed this. If I come back from a long weekend and maybe I've been drinking a lot, maybe I had a party time, I'm in relax mode. When it comes to Monday morning, I know that the market's open and I can trade it. However, I also know that I might not be in the optimal state to be trading in this market. I'm very carefree and I'm very at ease, and I'm more likely to be taking trades based on impulse or just because I want to, because I'm extra carefree and not being as focused as I should be on my plan and on my risk control. So that's kind of what I have to say when it comes to confidence. I think it's absolutely essential. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a big difference between confidence and euphoria, and you should know what euphoria feels like if you've been trading for any amount of time. Let's move on to the next point in the video, which is being carefree. I think being carefree is huge in trading or any kind of risk activity or almost any kind of creative activity as well. I can say that because I'm a musician. Carefree means free from anxiety or responsibility, having no worries or troubles, spent a carefree day at the lake, unworried, untroubled, blithe, airy, nonchalant, happy-go-lucky, free and easy. Carefree is important. However, don't get it mixed up with careless. Remember, trading is about risk control and risk management. So you need to be carefree enough that when you're trading, you're not worried about your car payments, you're not worried about your problems with your girlfriend or that other thing you were taking care of yesterday. You're not thinking about any of that. That's what it means to be carefree. Being careless is putting on a trade for no reason, averaging down a loser, not respecting your risk limits, and not scratching trades when the market is clearly telling you you should be. That's being careless. Okay, in my opinion, being carefree is so important because if there's something clouding your thoughts, like problems with your girlfriend or some business you were doing yesterday, third-party problems that you haven't dealt with, and they could be even deeply rooted problems, it's going to come out in your overall performance and likely spark you into making bad decisions. It could also lead you on sort of a pattern of making bad decisions one after another and not realizing why you're doing it. I personally believe that if you have any kind of third-party issues that have not been dealt with, they're going to come out into your decision-making process. I've been a product of it myself. That's why I'm saying it to you. It essentially leads you to project yourself onto the world instead of letting the world give you a signal for what to do next. So here's the bottom line when it comes to being carefree, at least for me. If you need to pay your car payment with money you're making from trading, you're not being carefree when you're trading. If you need to pay anything with money you're making from trading, you're not going to be carefree when you're trading because all you're going to be thinking about is the money. Now, maybe if you have a big enough cushion that you're sitting on, then you're not thinking about that. But if trading is your only income source, then some part of you deep down knows that the money you're making to pay your car is coming from trading. So that subconscious knowledge that you have, in my opinion, is not going to positively affect your trading. It might negatively affect your trading because you might be forcing trades because you need to make that next car payment. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I really don't believe in trading being your only income source. Maybe I say that because I haven't made enough money trading in my career yet to be able to live off of trading. I have thought of it long term a little bit, and what I've realized is that when it comes to making money trading, you make money relative to the amount of risk you're putting on. So in order to make good money trading, you need to risk some good money as well. I definitely think a way of being more carefree trading is to trade only with risk capital and to have multiple sources of income that are taking care of your basic necessities, and the money you're using to trade is just risk capital that you're comfortable using to trade, because in a way that's a way of leveraging some of your capital. All right, the next point here is being fearless. That means you're lacking fear. The way Pax talks about being fearless is like this. There's nothing to fear from the market. It operates the same for everybody. It doesn't discriminate against anybody. Well, that makes perfect sense. There's a lot of myths out there about, your broker trading against your trades, going to find your stop losses. Guys, you just need to admit it to yourself that if your stops are always getting hit, it's probably because you put them in a bad location and because you're bad at trading. But the ego doesn't want to admit that it's bad at trading, and that's a problem that a lot of us have to deal with. So if your stops are getting hit, you need to use that information to your advantage, not try to avoid it and say, oh, the market always comes to get my stops, so I'm going to never use a stop. If your stops are always getting hit, it's normally because you're not seeing what the market is doing. You're either putting them too close or you're putting them in obvious locations. One of the advantages with futures trading, and again, I don't know this 100%, but since it's a transparent market that only operates on one exchange, the probability that brokers are fading their clients or trading against their clients' orders is very low. It's clear to me that the market does what the market does. Now, it doesn't mean that the market's not rigged, because it absolutely is rigged in the favor of those who have the most information. You have nothing to fear from the market. The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about your strategy. All it cares about is one thing: liquidity, where the money is. It chases after orders. It goes to find liquidity. That's what the market's purpose is, to conduct trading business. So don't say that it's against you. Now, if you're a bigger player, right, and you're running 200-300 contracts on NASDAQ and you're short out of your ass or something and the market's rallying and your broker knows that, that's a bit of a different game in my opinion. Because if your broker knows you're short out of your ass, there is a chance they can run you out of your trade, right? If you're a bigger player, one fish catches another fish. And I think this is a real thing in the trading world. And that's why I think, potentially a retail trader has an advantage, because we can slip in and out of the order flow before anybody saw we were coming, right? There's ups and downs to everything. So the point of this is you have nothing to fear from the market. If you're afraid of the market, you probably don't have enough experience trading it yet, in which case, record your screen and watch your recording and learn about what the market does on a daily basis. Learn about different types of trading sessions to gain more confidence. With every one of these words that I'm stating in the video, there's an extreme side of it. So for Carefree, the extreme was careless. The extreme point of being fearless is being bold, too courageous, and again, pretty much careless. There's an old saying that I heard that goes like this: there's two types of traders, old traders and bold traders. Which one do you think lasted longer? So you need to be fearless in the sense that there's nothing to be afraid of, but you don't want to be fearless to the point where you think you're the king of the shit. There was one trader who I met during my career who I kind of got tired of him because I thought he was a kind of a joker. But one thing he said to me after many months of thinking about it, it resonated with me a lot. And he said something that was totally a joke. And it was like this. It was like, bro, you should flex your biceps when you trade NQ. And in the moment, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you saying? Why are you talking like this? I'm trying to trade NASDAQ and be serious about working on my strategies, and you're telling me to flex my biceps. Who the fuck do you think you are? But after many months of trading this shit, I realized that, damn, this guy was right, man. There's actually some truth to what he meant when he said flex your biceps, because you need that confidence. The whole flexing your biceps thing, it's just a figure of speech. You're not gonna be flexing your biceps when you're trading. In a way, that could actually make you overconfident. You don't want to be that. But what you do want to be is confident and ready to put on risk when it's time to put on the risk. And the only way you can know if it's the right time to put on the risk is if you have enough market experience to know what condition your method works in and what condition it doesn't work in. And again, experience, right? I'm sorry, my man, when I got mad at you for saying flex your biceps. Actually, man, I'm down to flex my biceps to NQ. So let's go, bro. Let's flex them, bro. Let's flex them. All right, that the last point that Pax made was being focused. This is a big one, guys. The definition of focused is concentrated on or clustered around a central point or purpose. These are my notes on being focused. Without focus, there is only noise, and we cannot trade based on noise. Focus is essential for processing the information coming at us in real time. If we're having a hard time understanding, we are either not focused or there's nothing to understand, aka not enough clarity in the market. Things that I constantly reassess: where is current value in the market? What is the volatility condition? What is the velocity of price coming close to my orders? And what's the average amount of volume coming into the market? Remaining focused on all these things is taxing over time, which is why pauses and breaks are essential to relax the mind and body before re-engaging in that focused state. So those are just some things that I wrote when it comes to being focused. These days, guys, there's a lot of ways to lose focus. And again, it comes back to the point of being experienced, because how are you supposed to know where you're supposed to be focused on? Well, the only way is by either talking to a trader who knows what to focus on or trial and error. The way that I zoom into the market will probably not be the same way that you zoom into the market, but the way I zoom in is by looking at the tape and the inside market. So when I'm focused on the market, I'm really zoomed in on the trading that's happening on the inside market. I'm zoned in on how much the market's moving. I'm memorizing the prices of where it's moving, where it's stopping and pausing, etc. And I'm painting a picture from the information I'm getting from the dome. That's my version of being focused. Now, when I've got footprint charts on the other screen, I've got 15-minute context charts, I've got a Discord there, and I've got a YouTube stream going on. And don't forget people outside my window moving their cars and people doing renovations. I would imagine there's a lot of ways that a trader can lose focus. So being focused probably is the number one thing here. Learning about the things that have the ability to throw you off your focus, I think that's very important. So I listed some of them just there. You guys kind of know my view on charts, but I'll say it to you again. Having a lot of charts on the screen is a distraction to what's going on in the inside market, because for me it increases the probability that I'll make a decision based on past price action, which is not relevant to the current price action necessarily. Nothing against charts, because charts are amazing. Charts give you great ways to see the data from the market, great ways to give yourself good trade locations you get from the charts. However, when it comes to looking at the inside market, reading what's happening now, reading the tape, the only way that I've been able to effectively do it is by cutting out my charts off of my screen and focusing right here on the inside market. And that's where I'm most focused, is when I'm staring right at the tape and looking at what the market's actually doing, not looking at what the market did do and what it might do. Instead, I'm looking at what it is doing. All of that is tying into being focused. Before we end the video, I just want to share with you a couple of questions I wrote down here that help with self-assessment of all of these things. Okay, so confident. Am I confident that my methods are giving me an edge? Basically, where am I getting my edge from? What is contributing to my edge? Do I know what conditions my methods perform well in, as well as what conditions they perform poorly in? Now on to being carefree. Do I have any lingering bias or thought from a recent experience that could be clouding my decision-making process? Are all my bills paid? Do I have any problem with a close friend or family that needs to be resolved? Fearless. Do I feel anxiety when I look at the market? Do I feel my heart rate increase when I know a trade might be close? I feel it's normal to have a slight increase in your heart rate. However, that does signal that you might not be 100% okay with the risk you're about to put on. Your body's giving you a signal. Focused. Am I truly focused on the real time right now, or am I half asleep pretending I am? So right guys, so that's my rant today on confident, carefree, fearless, and focused. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.